wenn ich ihn gekannt hätte.
Eigentlich ein guter Film.
Ja, glaube ich.
Ik even laten horen naar de opstelling van Fortuna Sittard Bayer hier in de basis. En dan gaan we naar nummer 31 in het doel uiteraard Matthijs Brandhoff. Nummer 4 John Caroye. Dus nummer 7 Christopher Pettersson. Nummer 8 op het shirt Jasper van Aalhuis. Nummer 11 Makan Aiko. En dan nummer 12 de captain Ivo Pinto. Nummer 17 Dimitrios Libios. Nummer 20 Eduard Michouk. Nummer 23 Sittard Philippe Britain. Dan nummer 47 Justin Hübner. En tenslotte onze nummer 80 Ryan Vosso. En onze ploeg staat uiteraard onder leiding van Danny Buijs. De scheidsrechter van de avond van deze oefenwedstrijd, dat is de heer Van der Laan en zijn assistenten zijn de heren Ostermeijer en Polman. En zoals eerder vermeld, de shirts van vanavond zijn te koop via Matchball Shirt na afloop van de wedstrijd. Opbrengst gaat naar Fortuna Verbind en het wordt gebruikt voor de ondersteuning van maatschappelijke doeleinden. Van harte aanbevolen dus Matchball Shirts. En we gaan aftellen richting het fluitsignaal in deze wedstrijd. Muziek!
I fill you up with bones that can never break. Take you to a dark shade of gray. Warm you like a sun that'll never fade. could never hold. This is
So, hello, and as always, a very warm welcome as the pre-season preparations continue for Erik Ten Hag and the Werkself. They make the short trip just across the border to the Netherlands to play Fortuna Sittard, a team they have played before in pre-season, albeit 6 years ago now. On the 13th of the 7th, back in 2019. Fortuna coming away with a 1-0 victory on the day. As we take a look at Erik Ten Hag's starting 11 for this, the third pre-season friendly of the summer for him and his side. Another strong 11 again, as it was against Bochum. Interesting to see youngsters Axel Tappe and Ibrahim Maza, who did make an appearance and put in some strong performances, albeit for just half an hour or so against Bochum in that 2-0 win last time out. They now start here this evening, or early evening if you like, here in Sittard. As for the rest of the lineup, Patrick Schick leading the line. Mark Flecken starts in goal. Another solid performer against Bochum as well. Pulled off some really good saves against the fellow German side. Robert Andrich looks like he'll be starting in midfield, so not in the back three as he did against Bochum. That back three made up of, we would presume, Tapsoba, young Axel Tappe, and new signing Jarrell Kwanzaa, the young man who came from Liverpool. Looked really sharp against Bochum as well, so he holds down his spot in the starting 11. And the two holding midfielders, as already mentioned, Robert Andrich and alongside Palacios, Nathan Teller and Grimaldo. It looks like will be the two wing backs, Amin Adli and Ibrahim Maza, supporting Patrick Schick in that front three. As for Fortuna, 4 new signings in their starting lineup as well. Branderhorst, one of those, in between the sticks. A back four of Pinto, Adewoye, and the 2 other new signings as well, Hubner and Britien. Hubner brought in from Wolverhampton's under-21s just recently. The 2 holding midfielders, Fosso and Dalhaus. And then the 4th new signing, Limnios, starting out on the right with Mikut in the middle, Peterson on the left, and Aiko leading the line for the team in yellow and green. Leverkusen playing from right to left here in the first 45. Sittard Stadium, when full, at full capacity, holds around 12,500. Not quite that here today. Some Leverkusen or Bayern 04 fans who have made the trip. Early break here for the Werkself. Grimaldo out on the left wing. Just waiting for some support. Does arrive in the form of Robert Andrich. Tapsoba. Looks like Jarrell Kwanzaa is taking up that central position in that back three. With Axel Tappe on the right. Tapsoba on the left. I have to say it was a really strong performance from Bayern 04 against Bochum in the previous friendly, and a really good reaction to that 5-1 defeat against Flamengo whilst over in Brazil. Erik ten Hag quick to point out how the young players performed. Axel Tappe, for me, standout performance. Didn't look out of place whatsoever, which is quite incredible considering he is still just 17 years old, having made the move from the PSG under-19s to become part of Bayern 04. There's Kwanzaa to Flecken, two players that know each other from the Premier League already. Kwanzaa from Liverpool, Flecken from Brentford. Both deciding to try their luck in the German top flight now as well. Decent idea there from Tapsoba, but just not quite enough on it to play it into the forward movement there of Amin Adli. Still no Malik Tillman available for Erik ten Hag. Only just about to start training with the team, so it might take a bit for him to settle in and make that first debut appearance in a Bayern 04 shirt. Andrich, lovely little dink down the middle there, just saw a little pocket of space with Marza making a good run, just not quite enough height on it from the Werkself captain. Not long later, Marza winning a free kick in a promising position. Like quite a heavy challenge. It was more the heavy landing that did the damage, though. Oh, he does get caught right in the ribs there. Nothing to do with the landing whatsoever. It was a bit of a wild challenge on the new young arrival. Also still just 19 years old, Ibrahim Marza, joining from Hertha BSC. Decent strike there from Grimaldo. Relatively simple save in the end for Brandenhorst. And it covered all the way. Should be a really solid test this for Bayern 04 against the Eredivisie side. Somewhat disappointing season for them last time out in the top league in the Netherlands, finishing just inside the bottom half of the table in 11th. They do have a very rich history in Dutch football, albeit still, in footballing terms, still considered a relatively young club, founded in the late 1960s, and has produced one or two big names, one that fans of German football will know, Mark van Bommel, Fernando Rixen, another one who came through the youth system here at Sittard. Good possession for Erik Ten Hag's side here in these opening 5-6 minutes. Grimaldo decides to start making a move. Here's Adli, comes down looking for a free kick and will get one. Start pushing the back there from Adewoye, Fortuna central defender. Bit of a clumsy challenge really. Adli just waiting for any sort of a touch, and more than happy to go down and win his side the free kick, giving him a chance to get the ball into the danger area here from this set piece situation. Grimaldo standing over the ball. Hubner and Schick with a little bit of argy-bargy in the box. Doesn't look like it's anything too serious though. Well, not a bad delivery whatsoever. And Gerald Kwanzaa lets it glance off the top of his head there, hoping it would find its way into the far corner. Tell you what, it wasn't too far away from doing just that. Lovely whip on the cross, and clever play from Kwanzaa. Just let the pace of the ball do all the work for him. The slightest of touches. And he's back to goal, of course, unable to really guide it where he wanted to, but wasn't far away from finding that bottom corner. And the same goes for Adli just moments later from outside the box. Didn't catch it quite as sweetly as he would have liked there. Sort of hitting it down into the ground a little, taking some of the pace off that effort. Did have Branderhorst scrambling across. And the new man in goal, I was going to say, decides to take the long route, but he changes his mind, plays it short after all. Now the ball does get launched upfield. A bit of a hopeful ball there by Dahlhaus, who just looked a little off balance there as he had to sort of chip it from slightly behind his centre of gravity there. No danger to Flecken in goal. Bayern Olfia, as they did against Bochum, more than happy to play their way out from the back, invite that pressure and create those gaps in the middle of the park to then try and take full advantage of with the pace that they have in that front three with Marza, with Adli. Pass picked off by Axel Tappe. Sends it out wide for Nathan Teller, able to keep it in play. Fizzed into the feet of Palacios there by Andrich. Difficult one to control. Pinto, back to Brandhorst. There is the man in charge, Danny Buys. Here at Fortuna. 43-year-old. Took over back in July of 2023. Tops of up. He's picked off there by Fosso. It's the Werkself do well to get bodies back behind the ball as quickly as possible, to put the brakes on any sort of a quick transition. Nearly winning the ball back in an attacking area there. Just a little too heavy with the challenge. A good show of pace there from Gerald Kwanzaa to deal with that danger. Not always a given with central defenders, although more common in the modern game. It's definitely another a box that he ticks for Bayer 04. The new man at the back. Very good on the ball, good close control, good vision, good distribution as well, but plenty of pace. Hardly inside to Schick. Marza loses his footing, holds on to the ball though. Tries the cheeky little nutmeg. And finds a way past not one but two Fortuna players there. There's a good cutback as well. It's a goal kick in the end. Adley on the ground and reeling in pain here. It was Adley making that run towards the near post. Oh, there was contact, but it was after he somewhat missed the effort on goal. Had a swing at it and ended up crashing into Fosso, I believe it was. So definitely not a penalty. Doesn't make it any less painful though. The ball looked like it was already out of play. The whistle does go eventually. The Werkself have done a good job of keeping Fortuna pinned back inside their own half. He's opening almost 15 minutes now. Lovely dink over the top, great first touch. And the flag goes up. Nearly perfectly timed it. There's that vision we were talking about. Gerald Kwanzaa and the distribution as well. Not a bad first touch from Nathan Teller to pluck the ball out of the air. Just setting off a little too early though. Promising signs though in these early stages. Another solid start from the Werkself. Might have to do some defending here though. Pinto with the cross into the box, a little too close to Flecken. He's able to come and collect easily. Well, Flecken holding on to the ball a little too long. As part of the few rule changes that have come into play. So possession, as a result, handed back to the opponent in the form of a corner kick. First time we've seen it. It's something that players, and goalies especially, are going to have to get used to. Darlos getting the better of Teller there. Made sure he got the ball on the ground quickly there, didn't he? Playing their way out of trouble. Grimaldo then going down. Thought he was brought down unfairly. Didn't look like the challenge sort of came through the back of him. Just having a word with the referee there as well, Grimaldo. Thankfully, the attack comes to nothing. Fortuna do have a throw deep inside the Bayern 04 half. Will be a long one into the box. Comes back out to Pinto. First time ball. And a little dink. Flecken called into action. That's a good reaction save. The rebound didn't really have any power behind it, which made the catch simple second time round. Nothing simple about the first save. It was sort of directly at him, but from close range doesn't necessarily mean he keeps it out. He's just caught on the back of the head there. Just lead with the elbow slightly there, Michut. Just leaving a mark on the Werkself captain. Here's another look at that opportunity for Fortuna. There's the initial header. It's actually a cushioned header of Gerald Kwanzaa there to help it back, which is very calm and collected from the young Englishman. Philadelphia unable to do much with that free kick. Almost 21 minutes gone. Still 0-0 and clear-cut chances, few and far between. Probably argue the best one so far, belonging to the home side, Fortuna. Leverkusen with 2 more friendlies before the competitive season gets underway against Pisa and then Chelsea. Teller is quick, but not that quick. So going back to the start of the competitive season, on the 15th of August, Leverkusen up against Groß Asbach in the first round of the DFB Pokal. And the Bundesliga season kicks off on the 23rd at the Bayer Arena. Hoffenheim coming to town on the opening day, before Leverkusen then head to Bremen to take on Werder on the 30th, the following weekend. Not the easiest start to a season, but games you would feel the Werkself would expect to pick up points from. Another dead ball situation for Grimaldo and company, this time taken short, as they patiently try to find a way through this Fortuna defence. Have been pretty happy to sit relatively deep so far, try and catch Bayern out on the counter. Just good practice for the Werkself, who will come up against that sort of a situation quite a bit in the Bundesliga, you feel. Grimaldo able to turn, gets an early ball in. Schick with a great first touch, but then can't stay on his feet. Just flicked it back in the other direction. Had the defender beat there, had he been able to stay on his feet and turn, would have had a free shot on goal. Easier said than done though in that situation. Could see what he was trying to do though. Big season ahead for Patrick Schick. Erik Ten Hag will be hoping he can replicate or even get close to, or even improve on, shall we say, what he did last season It was quite incredible. 21 goals in 31 Bundesliga appearances, 27 in all competitions. Goals in the Champions League and the DFB Pokal as well. Not to mention scoring a goal in the Super Cup. Palacios winning the free kick to relieve the pressure there, even if he might have gone down a little easy. Yeah, exactly what he was doing though. And then Adewoye returns the favour at the other end of the pitch. Definitely not the same tempo on show that we saw against Bochum. Of course, the way Fortuna are set up and have approached this first half so far doesn't necessarily allow for an electric start to the game. Werkself having to be patient. Try and create those spaces by stretching the Fortuna defence, if and when possible. The Eredivisie side at times almost with 6 at the back. There's 5 of them there at the moment. And there's always a holding midfielder that sort of drops back as well to make it a back 6, and just makes life very difficult at times. Even when playing into wide areas, not as much space as you'd hope. Nice little drop of the shoulder there from Axel Tappe. Fed in towards Maza, quickly closed down by 2 Fortuna players simultaneously though. There's Maza on the ball again. Nice little layoff. Andrich lines up the shots. That's a decent strike. Hits it well, hard and low. And unfortunately, straight down the middle and into the hands of Brandenhorst, who was positioned well. Maza. A little bit more weight on that. And Nathan Teller would have been in. And that's been the story so far. Leverkusen playing some really good football, but at times just a few inches away from that perfect pass. A little bit of fine-tuning. No reason why they can't score the opening goal here. And Gerald Kwanzaa goes for the header. Physical aerial duel there. It's both him and Pinto walking away from it unscathed. Is another thing that Gerald Kwanzaa does bring to the table, an aerial threat in set ball or set piece situation, excuse me. Oh, lovely turn by Maza. Schick lets the ball run across his body and can't react quickly enough before the interception is made. Has mainly been Bayern trying to break down this Fortuna side in this first half as we edge past the half-hour mark. Well, it's worked out in the end. Nathan Teller's cross blocked by Dahlhaus as it goes out for a corner. Grimaldo, and the left-footed in-swinger from the far side. Kwanzaa at the back post again. Kwanzaa rises above the rest and heads it into the inside side netting when he's looked dangerous from those crosses that have come his way right from kickoff, and eventually gets this one spot on. Great delivery. One of those that confuses the goalkeeper whether or not to come for it, right into that danger zone. And Gerald Kwanzaa rises above the rest. It's a great leap and a really well placed header. Welcome to Bayer 04, Gerald Kwanzaa. Just as we were saying, that it is one of his strengths, he proves that point and then some. Let's hope it's the first of many. Really shrewd bit of business by Bayer 04 to bring Gerald Kwanzaa in. I have to say there were a lot of eyebrows raised in England amongst those who follow the Premier League that Liverpool actually were willing to let him go. He's rated very highly, not just at club level but at international level as well. Steady performer for the England under-21s. Has been part of the England senior squad as well, yet to get his first cap though. Free kick taken quickly by Fortuna. They now have to react, which might just open things up a little more. Could potentially make it a bit more of a free-flowing game. Of course, results not the be-all or end-all in pre-season, but I think after that 5-1 defeat to Flamengo over in Brazil, Erik ten Hag will be extremely pleased with the reaction from his players, first against Bochum, now again here against Fortuna Sittard. And to add to that, I'll be equally happy with the way the new signings have seem to have very easily slotted into things. Gerald Kwanzaa especially, but the youngsters as well, Maza and Tape. Both been very impressive. Not to mention some of the youngsters that are on the bench today as well. The likes of Montreal Colbreth, who did score the only goal against Flamengo over in Brazil, and Christian Kofane, who came on against Bochum. And looked very lively up front. Plenty of experience on the bench as well. And Lukas Radecki, Piero Incapie, Arthur, Jonas Hoffmann and Victor Boniface. Chance here for Sittard, but really well defended by Axel Tape. Once again showing off that pace of his, and then times the tackle to perfection to deny Aiko any sort of a shot on goal. Look at that pace from the young Frenchman. Made up a good metre and a half between the two. And then needs to get contact on that ball, or it's a stone cold penalty. It looks like Aiko didn't come off well from that challenge, but certainly played the ball. Might have caught a bit of the Fortuna striker as well. Didn't see too many complaints from Aiko or any of his teammates either, which usually tells you all you need to know. Doesn't mean you can't hurt yourself, even with a fair tackle coming your way. Hopefully he will be okay. Never like to see players picking up injuries in pre-season, regardless of who they play for. He's back on his feet. Hopefully will be able to continue. Play does continue. Well, Aiko, it would seem, is getting ready to come back on, which is good news. Fortuna down to 10 men at the moment. Kwanzaa. Palacios looking for options. Doesn't find any straight away. Wide to Tape. Played just slightly, a little too left for Palacios there, who even at full stretch couldn't hold on to it. As Branderhorst boots the ball upfield. Another really nice cushioned header down there by Gerald Kwanzaa. So precise with his heading of the ball. which has been the difference here so far. His headed goal, the only goal of the game. Andrich spots the run. Well, Nathan Teller definitely onside this time, across the face of goal, and an easy tap in for Amin Adli. Wonderful link-up play. All started by Robert Andrich. He picks out Nathan Teller beautifully. And the pace on the pass across the middle. Beating all the defenders as well as the goalkeeper. Amin Adli reads it to perfection, and slots it in with the inside of the left boot to double Bayer 04's lead just before half-time here. Well, they took a 2-goal lead down the tunnel against Bochum. It looks like we're heading in the same direction here in Sittard. Well, they've had to bide their time and be patient. As the saying goes, patience is a virtue. And the 2 goals that Bayer 04 have scored have been worth the wait, that's for sure. Will it be a corner? No. Goal kick the decision. Interesting to see if Erik Ten Hag decides to make as many changes as he did against Bochum at the break. Competitive football not too far away now, so you'd think a fair few of the players out there at the moment will try and stay out there for at least some of the second half, try and get those fitness levels up, get those minutes in. Of course, the Werkself, like many teams across Europe, with not much of a pre-season as a result of the Club World Cup. Leverkusen, instead, of course, enjoying their time in Brazil. Some hot weather training. Not too many match practice situations until recently. But if Bayer 04 do keep performing the way they have been in recent seasons, I'm sure they'll be taking part in the next Club World Cup, that's for sure. difficult one for Vlekken to deal with there, especially with a player right in front of him. And the whistle does go to bring an end to an entertaining first 45 here in Sittard. Leverkusen with a 2-goal cushion. Finishes from Gerald Kwanzaa from a dead ball situation, then Amin Adli from open play. Both very good goals, albeit very different in the way that they were created. But once again, a very professional display from Erik ten Hag's players, and something to work with heading into the second 45. That's just around the corner, so make sure you join us for it in just a few.
Thuiswedstrijden dus hierbij worden in het stadion van Fortuna Sittard. Profiteer nu van de scherpe tarieven. En uiteraard de goed mee op hier in het stadion gedurende het hele jaar. Dan heb je nog zoiets vanavond van, hey, die shirt van Fortuna, geweldig, dit moet ik ook nog hebben. Dat kan dan op een matchhoorn shirt. Worden de shirts na de wedstrijd aangeboden en de opbrengst daarvan gaat naar Fortuna Verbindt. En dat is de maatschappelijke tak van Fortuna. Er worden allerlei maatschappelijke doeleinden mee ondersteund. Vraag je dus aangeboden matchhoorn shirts en membership, oftewel ook nog een loskaartje voor de Go Ahead Eagles vrijdag. Genoeg gesproken, meer op muziek tijdens de rust.
So, welcome back for the second half here in the Sittard Stadium between Fortuna Sittard and Bayern 04. 2-goal cushion for Erik Ten Hag's side, thanks to goals from new arrival Jarrell Kwanzaa in the 32nd minute, and then Amin Adli in the 41st. Kwanzaa with his first goal for his new club, getting off the mark in pre-season already. Another solid performance from the man brought in from Liverpool. And again, a solid performance all round. The youngsters as well, looking really, really smart. Maza and Axel Tappe especially, putting in very, very strong displays. Bayern 04 out early and ready to get going again. Fortuna players making their way out onto the pitch now as well. And the Looks like Erik has made one change. It would seem Arthur has come on here for the second half. Ibrahim Maza, the player to make way, so Nathan Teller now out on the left of a front three with Amin Adli shifting out onto the right. Patrick Schick remains the target man up front. Arthur will take up that right wing-back role as expected. Apart from that, everything stays the same. Fortuna bringing on Paul Gladon to replace Aiko up front, who might have still been feeling that ankle injury he picked up with that one really good opportunity Fortuna had right at the end of the half, forcing a world-class tackle and interception by young Axel Tappe. Interesting, just before the action got back underway, you could see Patrick Schick just walking past the 17-year-old Frenchman, just giving him a real big thumbs up and a sort of little round of applause as well, praising him for his performance in that first 45. Player goes down in the box for Fortuna. I think it was the Swede Pettersson. Could well have been the new man up front. Gladon. Either way, no decision from the referee. As expected, an energetic start from the home team, who have work to do in the second 45. It was actually Britin, the left-back, who went down there, who's seems to have more of an attacking role in the second 45. Moving towards the near post. A really, really good block there by João Kwanzaa to deny Paul Gladon. The home fans liking what they're seeing. It was always going to be a quick start from Fortuna here. Which again, another good test for the Werkself. Nathan Teller wins the free kick just inside his own half. Here's Arthur. Palacios caught late by Gladon. And Robert Andrich not too happy with the half-time substitutes. Tappe on the move. Good run. Saw a few of those against Bochum. Not quite as many here today. It's been more of a display of his defensive strengths. But he's more than capable of getting forward as well. Really good on the ball. Really good pace about him as well. We saw that with the tackle he made. Able to get back and make up those meters against Aiko. For a 17-year-old, so calm on the ball. Flecken getting away with that one. Fortuna remain in that high press. Tapsova with a little dink over the top. Clever play by Nathan Teller. Just lets the ball do all the work for him. Kept alive by Adli. Arthur shifted onto his left, gets the shot off, but can't get it past the first defender. He'll go out for a Bayern throw. Lovely turn there from Nathan Teller just moments ago. Now playing in the front three, which is where he prefers to be. Can put in a shift and do a job in a wing-back position, especially with the way that Bayern like to play. But he'll be much happier where he is now, believe you me. A lively first 5 minutes here. Opportunities at both ends. That's lovely one-touch football from the Werkself there. And Fortuna doing their best to give them absolutely no time and space on the ball. A little too close for comfort that time. Arthur down the line for Amin Adli. Tries to play it back inside to the right back, just slightly behind him. Palacios keeps the pressure on. Here's Dalhaus. Covers a lot of ground very quickly. Cross block by Arthur. Corner for the home side. Much to the delight of the fans behind the goal. Haven't had too much to shout about so far. Towards the back post. Summer signing Hubner with the header. Wanted the corner, didn't get it. And here comes Nathan Teller back the other way. Brandehorst off his line early and needed to be. Danny Boyce could be pleased with the reaction from his players. Yet to be rewarded for their efforts, but still plenty of time for that. The Bayern 04 fans who've made the trip. You would think enjoying what they've seen so far. Andrich. Out wide to Arthur. Floated towards Patrick Schick. Nothing wrong with the challenge from Palacios as the referee waves play on. Grimaldo tries to feed it back to Amin Adli. He's just muscled away from the ball there by Adewoye. Fosso goes to ground very easily there. I think it's exactly what Amin Adli thought about that situation as well. One back by Grimaldo. I think Teller thought he was fouled there. Certainly looked like there was some contacts. Would have probably been a soft call though. Pass picked off by Andrich, and then has his pocket picked. Gladon doesn't know where the ball is. Jarrell Kwanzaa does. Rides a couple of challenges and wins the throw. Didn't really have too much on there. Just forced to run the ball away from danger in the end. And Palacios not happy with the sliding tackle there. So Michoud just comes in slightly over the top of the ball, which I think is what bothered Palacios a little. There's definitely been a slightly more aggressive approach. I don't mean that in a negative way from Fortuna. Arthur, space to work with out on the right. Swings the ball in. Nathan Teller with the header, but I think he heads it off Pinto. And then over the crossbar, out for a corner. Don't think he headed that as sweetly as he possibly could have. Kind of heads it down into the defender. Really good delivery from Arthur though. Almost an hour gone. Grimaldo with the corner. He knows all about good deliveries. Wasn't a bad one that time either. Teller's gone down. Can't believe the whistle hasn't gone. It's one back by Amin Adli. And misfires with the cross. Jarrell Kwanzaa and Patrick Schick both available at the back post, but too much height and distance on that one from Adli. Things starting to get a little heated now between these two. Teller and Brittin involved in that situation. Referee calling both players over here. Nathan Teller not too happy about a few challenges in the last few minutes. Both with a yellow card. The ball rolling again. Hubner sends it upfield. Ronaldo with the defensive header. Patrick Schick using his body to try and disrupt. Adley down, clutching his head momentarily, but quickly back up. Control from Kwanzaa. Schick out wide to Teller. Werkself playing the possession game here. Kwanzaa as well to find Teller. He in turn tries to quickly find Patrick Schick. Not quite enough on the pass, and now a few players out of position for Bayern 04. Comes the delivery, and Pettersson with the header. I'm not sure it actually came off his head. I think he was going for the header. He might have come off his chest and then couldn't react in time to follow it up with a shot on goal once it sort of dropped in front of him. Lukatunic coming on for Fortuna here. Past the hour mark, still just the one half-time change from Erik Ten Hag. So as expected, trying to get minutes under players' belts. Axel Tape continues his run after winning the ball back. Can't find the finish though. What a moment that could have been for the young man. Did ever so well to read the situation and just nick the ball away, then continued his run brilliantly. Perhaps a little too obvious by opening up his body there. Giving Branderhorst a good idea of where he was going to try and place it. And Tapsoba giving Flecken work to do there. Quick to apologise to his goalkeeper. Quite enough pace on that. Some changes about to be made. Montreal Colbreth and Christian Kofane, two youngsters getting ready to come on. And probably either Teller or Adley coming off for Colbreth. And you'd guess Patrick Schick to be replaced by Kofane, excuse me. In the meantime, a really good opportunity there for Amin Adli. On the edge of the penalty area. Left-footed effort. Just wouldn't curl back enough for him. It does look like it will be Nathan Teller coming off first. So Colbreth will take up position out on the left. Unless Amin Adli heads over there and Colbreth stays on the right. And Grimaldo, the other player, coming off. So Patrick Schick will stay on. Looks like Arthur will play in the left wing-back role, Colbreth in the right wing-back. And Christian Kofane out on the left in that front three. A little over 20 minutes still to go here. Pettersson cuts inside, lines up the shots. A really important deflection there. It looked like it was a good strike. Not sure who got the block in there. It might have been Palacios. Either Palacios or Colbreth. On the volley! I'll tell you what, if that hits the target, it's a goal from the new youngster Tunjic. Because Flecken was stuck in the mud and so many bodies in front of him. Saw it very, very late, didn't have time to react. I was more than happy to see it sail past. Outside of the boots. Pass picked off in a dangerous area into Pedersen. Colbreth getting in the way though, doing just enough to put the Swede off. Danger not over yet though. Does Fortuna come again? And what a strike that is. And it is Tunjic. And a decent strike on the volley. Go just wide. He just fine-tunes his efforts. Second time round. Flecken at full stretch, unable to keep it out. Sometimes you just have to take your hat off to the hit. Real venom behind that one from Tunjic. Could argue, could it perhaps been closed down a little earlier? Was given too much time on the ball there, but it's a wicked strike from the young man. And Fortuna back in it. Should make for an interesting final 19 minutes and some change. Kafane nearly finds a way past Fosso. Nearly, but not quite. Early cross, chested down by Kwanzaa. Looks like Boniface and Ngapié are getting ready to come on. Two very experienced first team members. Axel Tappe coming off to be replaced by Ngapié. I think it'll be a straight swap up front as well as Patrick Schick's game comes to an end. Incident off the ball here involving Palacios and Michaud. Have been at each other for the majority of the game, especially in the second half. No love lost between those two, that's for sure. Tunjic arguing he played the ball, might have a point. Pedersen keeps it alive. Great tracking back by Colbreth. Nothing wrong with the challenge. And the free kick, I don't think's been given. I think it will be a throw. Certainly looked like Colbreth played the ball. Absolutely nothing wrong with that challenge. Pedersen does look like he's in a world of pain here. A classic, what they call Pressball in Germany. which can be quite the shock to the system. Hopefully something Pedersen can walk off as play resumes. Adli goes down. I don't think that's why the whistle went though. It was for offside instead. And they say pre-season doesn't get competitive. Adli and Dalhaus still having words. Breath tries to help it forward, instead helps it out of play. Throw in picked off by Adli. Chance to make something happen here for Bayern 04. Cavani unable to find Boniface with the short ball. Ball down nicely by Incapie. Now Palacios, little dink over the top. Both Adli and Boniface chasing it down. Branderhorst getting there ahead of the both of them there. I mean, Adli and Dalhaus still going at each other, and the referee's had enough. Either the guilty party that time, on Pinto. Very stop-start at the moment. Corbreath nearly getting there ahead of Dalhaus. Nice close control there from Arthur, just not close enough. A chance here now for Fortuna. Arthur with the tackle. An unfair one, according to the linesman. He felt it was shoulder to shoulder. It was more about the step inside there. Limnios making somewhat of a meal of it, but enough to convince the referee. Now, a free kick in a dangerous area to deal with the Werkself back line. Although everyone's back defending now. Taken shorts. Almost a little too quickly there. I think even Michoud was caught a little off guard by that one. Wasn't the worst of ideas, but the execution wasn't quite what it needed to be. And to be fair, Bayern 04 did react quickly and well. Looks like young Jeremiah Menza getting ready to come on here. The final 10 minutes or so. Looks like Alejo Sarko will be joining him. Similar changes to those we saw against Bochum. Now in these closing stages, Sami Adli, one of the two players coming off. Robert Andrich making way as well. So a lot of youth out there now. These last 10 minutes Erik Ten Hag, who has always been a manager that likes to promote young players, give them their opportunities. They've certainly had them this pre-season. Kofane. Misplaced pass there from Palacios. Like a bit of a tired pass there. He's had quite the battle in the middle of the park here today. Well read by Flecken. Off his line early. Sensed the danger. And made sure he was able to get there. Ahead of Gladon. Francesco Buono waiting to come on now as well. Menza. Sarko tries to spread it out wide. Couldn't quite get enough lift on it though. Doing his best to try and make up for it. Tracking back here. And Kwanzaa goes in full force on the tackle. Another really impressive performance from young Joao Kwanzaa. Pinballs its way to Victor Boniface. Tonic unable to keep it in play.
Nieuwe wissel aan de zijde van Leverkusen. Voor 25 is het nu Palacios van Lat. Ze hebben van de start gegeven door A-Junioren en dat is Francesco Buono.
Another young man given a chance to impress. Palacios finally gets a breather. And Francesco Buono now on in that central midfield area. Just over 5 minutes left. Time running out for an equaliser for Fortuna. Be a good test for these young Bayern Orfeer players to try and hold on for the win. Not always about going and scoring goals. Sometimes it's about game management. This is one of those situations. Good upper body strength from Buono there. Soba not making life easy for Nkapie. And Fortuna wanted to take the throw quickly, but we'll have to wait for their own substitutions to be made. Tristan Schenkhuizen coming on, as well as Musa Bemu. Dahlhaus just running out of space there. Menza has his pocket picked by Dahlhaus. Recovers well though. Colbreth keeps it in. Gives it back to Dahlhaus. Centred early. Kafane with the layoff. No one there to latch onto it though. As Fortuna come forward again. Down the right now. Hooked in to the near post. Easy catch for Mark Flecken. Ooh, clash of heads there. It's the two substitutes who find each other. Both eager to get on the ball, of course. Both have their eyes on the ball. Clash of foreheads. Looks like Gbemu has come off a little worse. There's a slight cut to the forehead of Schenkhuizen, which is really unfortunate, having just come on. Looks like he might have to come straight back off again. Dan Bishops is getting ready. You can see the frustration from the young man. Understandable. Looks like Owen Johnson has come on instead. Or as well, excuse me. So both Bishops and Owen Johnson now on. Dahlhaus coming off. Gbemu has stayed out there after that clash of heads. On the ball here. Cappiet with the clearance. Minute and a half of the 90 still to go. Have to wait and see if anything gets added on. If so, how much? Fortuna quite clearly eager to level things up before that final whistle is blown. Boniface, close but no cigar. Johnson wants the free kick. Isn't going to get it though, or is he? Kwanzaa just with a slight tug on the shirt there. Definitely not where the foul was made, but Tunjic standing over the ball. The goal scorer sends it deep. Dealt with well by Arthur. Does concede the corner though. So Fortuna will keep the pressure on. 90 minutes almost done and dusted. Leverkusen eventually get it clear. Limnios tries to get the cross in, can't wrap his boot around it. So into stoppage time already. Pretty sure Flecken will take his time with this goal kick. Height and distance. And that boot upfield from Mark Flecken, from the Netherlands himself, of course. Menza gives it away cheaply. Limnios is looking for options further forward, has to go back first though. Now can get the cross in. Little cushion header on there from Gladon, put out of play by Colbreth. Fortuna throwing everything at Bayern Olfia now. Kwanzaa with a no-nonsense clearance. The referee hasn't looked at his watch, now he has. Still none the wiser as to how much is being added on here. 2.5 minutes of stoppage time already played. None of substitutions made, wouldn't be surprised if it was around the 5-minute mark. Flecken watching that one all the way, happy to just let it be. Confidence from the Bayern Olfia keeper. Mark Flecken just being asked to hurry things up a little. Which would suggest we are edging towards the end now. And there is that final whistle. Now Bayern Olfia hold on in the end to make it back-to-back pre-season victories. This time on the road in the Netherlands against Fortuna Sittard. A really good first half display, then a bit more of a test in the second 45. Jarrell Kwanzaa getting his first goal for his new club in the 32nd. Amin Adli doubling their lead in the 41st. Tunjic pegging one back with 20 minutes still to go. But the young substitutes defending the lead well and getting the job done to make it 2 wins in a row now for Erik ten Hag after coming back from Brazil. The Werkself in action again against Pisa on the 5th of August. A 6 o'clock early evening kickoff. We'll be there for every kick of the ball there as well, so make sure you join us for that. As for here tonight, thank you for joining us for this, and as always, stay safe, and until next time, take care.
Namens Fortuna Sittard, dankjewel voor de komst nogmaals. Ik zou zeggen tot volgende week, tot ziens en tot Fortuna.